What's up, y'all? Shadypeach here, and in today's video, we are going to be opening up the first chapter and Rise of the Floodborn Japanese booster boxes. Let's go ahead and get right to it. So, I have our two booster boxes here. We don't really do this too often. In fact, I don't think we've ever opened up the Rise of the Floodborn Japanese box yet. We have done a couple videos for the first chapter, but I wanted to do this every now and then just to kind of revisit these older sets. Rise of the Floodborn we'll see pretty often just because it does maintain a mostly stable price point. But right now, the first chapter, I don't know when we'll be opening the first chapter again in English. It has gotten very expensive. I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting the plastic. Right now, a first chapter booster box in English is anywhere between $350 to $400. So it's probably going to be very few and far in between that we get to open up the first chapter. So this gives us an opportunity to revisit those older cards and maybe pull some enchanteds in Japanese, which are still very beautiful. Obviously, we prefer the English ones just because they have more value, but they're still really cool. So wouldn't mind having a couple Japanese enchanteds just to kind of frame on the wall as well. All right. I meant to grab two first chapter boxes, but I saw they had one more Rise of the Floodborn, so I thought I'd give us a little bit of variety and open both of these. So, let's go ahead and open these up. And no, I won't be buying any other sets in Japanese. I have no desire to open Into the Inklands in Japanese or Ursula's Return or what have you. I think right now they're just on Into the Inklands. I think that just came out. So no desire to do that. I think these two are, in my heart, the two vintage sets. Into the Inklands was so overprinted. It's one of those things where these feel like the more collectible sealed product, whereas anything beyond that just feels like it's very easy to find. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do this back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and start with first chapter. I'm going to just do that. So if you guys remember, it's a little bit tricky to open these up. I know there is a little bit of a pull tab here, but it does kind of seem a little unreliable. So we're going to open this, I've been told, a little bit like a bag of chips. Maybe that's not the best way. I was told that that's the best way. Oh, wait. No, it's like this. Open it here. Yes. Okay, that's how you do it. That is the... maybe we're going to use our scissors. Someone told me that's the best way of opening up the Japanese packs, but I don't think they're right. I don't want to damage any of these things. So, if you haven't seen my Japanese openings, it's significantly less per pack for these boxes. I think it's like 6 cards per pack. So, for example, we have Hakuna Matata, Friends on the other side. Also, they're so much thicker. They're crazy thick compared to the English versions. They're much better quality. We have Olaf, I don't remember, Spark Gun, Ray Gun, something like that, and a Horus as our first foil. All right, and we'll go ahead and go over here. I'm just going to use the scissors. Like, honestly, just feels like that's the easiest way to go about it. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe not. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just going to use the scissors. Oh my gosh, there's no good way. There's no good way. I think I have to go all the way with the scissors. I can't give it a half measure. All right, so for Rise of the Floodborn, we have in our first pack, Snow White, Panic, I think it's Rollout, I'm Gonna Wreck It, Winnie the Pooh, and Piglet. All right, I'm glad there was nothing good in that pack because I about ruined that one. All right, we're going to go all the way with the scissors this time. We're just going to own it. So I think like about there. We're going to do that. I know some people are probably screaming at me, like, use the pull tab. Trust me, I've tried to use the pull tab in the past, and it just does not work out that well. All right. So let's see, can we slide this out? Oh, yeah, actually, that's the way to do it. We're going to use the scissors. That seems to work out really well. So we have Hey, Elsa, Flounder, Moana. We have Mickey Mouse, and I think it's Healing Touch. or something to that effect. Can't remember. It's kind of hard to see because I don't speak Japanese, but interestingly enough, all the songs are written in English, and I think all the legendaries are at least titled in English. So that's kind of nice. All right. Go ahead and open that bad boy up. Blast from the past. We've got Grumpy, Fidget, Last Cannon. I'm going to do my best to try to remember these. Oh, that's not bad. We have Cinderella Stouthearted and a Duke of Weaselton, I believe. All right, so we got our first decent card. All right, now back to the first chapter. Boom, 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 boom. All right, got to shift all the cards down. We'll open that up this way. We are right now, I would say, near the tail end of set championships. I do have one more set champs that I am going to be competing in. I don't know if I'll be able to get as lucky as I did at the one where I actually won, but it's just something to kind of do over the weekend and kind of say our farewells to Arcasia's Island. Okay, so we hit our first legendary. It's arguably one of the worst legendaries. It's not Gantu, but both the steel legendaries in this set are terrible. We have Taka and a Beast. All right, so we hit a legendary, so that's something, I guess. All right. Back to the second chapter. I keep calling it the second chapter here and there, but Rise of the Floodborn, I gotta get used to that. I really love Rise of the Floodborn, the color scheme on the packs themselves. They did a good job with designing that, and the characters that they used, I feel like were pretty well chosen as well. All right, so we have Piglets, Peter Pan's Dagger, 4 dozen eggs, card soldiers, Minnie Mouse, and a Sneezy. That did not feel like 6 cards, but I guess it was. That's crazy. All right. Moving on. I've been told that per booster box, it's usually about 2 legendaries per box. So we've already hit Taka, which is kind of a bummer. So we're hoping maybe we can get like a Maleficent Dragon, Rapunzel, maybe a Belle or a Hades, but let's see. We have Sudden Chill, Break, Gaston, You Have Forgotten Me, we have Zeus, and a Flounder. I know someone out there is going to want that actually, because he's kind of a meme card. A Japanese Flounder as a foil. I will take it. All right. We'll open this up. I'm so scared of cutting the cards. Let's see. Urgh. I had to think for a sec. What big chase enchanteds are in Rise of the Floodborn? Obviously, there's Cinderella. We still haven't gotten that one. So we have Cruella de Vil, Mulan, Ring the Bell, I think it is, Mickey Mouse, and the Very Hungry Caterpillar is what I'm going to call him. All right. Let's open up this bad boy. I'm wondering if the percentages for enchanteds are about the same as they are in English. That would be pretty crazy if we pull our first enchanted Elsa from a Japanese pack instead of English. We have Work Together, Mother Knows Best, Dr. Facilier, and a Stampede. Okay. Come on, baby. Give me something. Give me something nice. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Trying to think what comes in this. Oh, Beast. That's right. Sad Beast. Japanese Sad Beast would be cool. Mufasa, Scar. Any of those 3 would be great legendaries to pull. We have Broom. We have Bashful. World's Greatest Criminal Mind. And a Croquet Mallet, I think it is. World's Greatest Criminal Mind, I will put you to the side because you are somewhat used in Steel Song right now. Although I don't know if anyone's going to prefer the Japanese version, non-foil of that card. Hard to say. Alright, back to first chapter. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, baby. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have Dinglehopper, Minnie Mouse, Maximus, Befuddle. We have Genie and a little Tinkerbell. All right. I'm actually going to put the Tinkerbell over there. It used to be a lot more used, but it's not anymore. Not anymore. All right. Back to Rise of the Floodborn. Ooh, I'm so scared of hitting a card. Got to kind of feel it with my fingers while I'm doing the cutting. All right. Let's see. Let's see. We have Verania, Beast, Basil, Mouse Armor, I think it was. We got Arthur, and a Baloo. All right. I'll put Arthur to the side. Why not? It's kind of cool. But we want more than cool. We want enchanted. Still haven't hit a legendary for the Rise of the Floodborn box yet, so anything is possible. Really hoping for a sad beast, not a sad me. All right, we've got Eelman, Genie, Cerberus, Dragonfire. Okay, Japanese Dragonfire, not bad. We have Captain Hook. Hey, that's not too bad, actually. We have a foil Grab Your Swords. Okay, I will take it. Some people be... Whoa, actually, that is heckin' off-centered. Look at that. It's so shifted to the left. That's insane. Okay, that's a little bit of a miscut for sure. This is very bold over here while this is very thin. That's how you can tell. That was very off-centered. Okay, now that I'm thinking of it, oh man, they're all like that. I didn't even notice until I saw that foil. So no PSA 10s from this one. It looks like every first chapter one is very off-centered. Holy cow. All right, so that was first chapter. Now we'll go back to the second. All right. All right, let's see, let's see. Boom. Open that bad boy up if I can. Jeez. Okay. Rise of the Floodborn packs don't look that bad. These look more centered. It's just the first chapter. Although, actually, there's some exceptions, it looks like. There are some that are off-centered. We have the Huntsman. Okay, we got an Arthur. What is it? Apprentice Magician as a foil this time. Alright, so we're getting some stuff. Nothing too crazy. Grab Your Swords was definitely the best thing. Let's see, let's see. Boom, boom. Yeah, someone definitely brought it up to me. If since all the cards are legal for Japanese play, if you don't want to spend a fortune on Be Prepareds or Rapunzels, you can buy Japanese for half the price, which I think is a pretty good argument. We have Party Your World, and Fire the Cannons. Okay, another useful staple for Steel. Okay, we're getting decent Steel cards. Where are the Rapunzels? That's what we really want. All right, Floodborn, what do you got for us? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? All right, I have Gaston, Donald Duck, Japanese Popsicle. Ooh, I might actually use this. Japanese Popsicle. I think this might be going in our deck. That's actually kind of cool. We have, wow, I blinked. Pinocchio. Wow, that was hard. Madam Mim. And a Daisy Duck. Okay, Japanese Popsicle. Someone's gonna want those. I guarantee it. Popsicle is one of the most, like, iconic cards in that set. It's like one of the most favorite blue cards. For me, it is. I would kill if they reprinted Popsicle as an enchanted. Oh my gosh. I would stop at nothing. Because if you think about it, there's certain cards when you top deck them, you're just happy. And top decking a Popsicle never really feels bad. So it just brings you so much joy to see that card. All right, we have Aurora, we have Captain Hook, and an Anna. All right. Still a fair amount of packs left. Let's see, let's see. Come on, baby. Can we get a foil popsicle Japanese? That'd be pretty cool. We have Ray, Cinderella, Cogsworth, Raya, Cobra Bubbles, and a Rapunzel, but not the good one. Just a Rapunzel. Boom, 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 boom. All right, come on. Give me a Maleficent. I've got a Maleficent pack in my hand. Give me the Maleficent card. That would be pretty cool. Doesn't have to be foil, although it would be really cool if it was. All right, we Archimedes. We got Mickey Mouse, the Goons, Kronk, Robin Hood, and a magic golden flower. I'm actually going to keep the Japanese Goons nearby because I frequent the Lorcana Goons booths at Frank's, so I can just give that to him as like a little gift. I don't know if they have any Japanese Goons yet. All right. I'm trying to be so careful. Okay. Because sometimes the cards kind of like stand up a little bit past all the other ones. All right. This is like the Priestess something. Okay, we got Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. Know that one. Nothing to Hide. Yep. Bucky. Good old Bucky. Prince John. Okay. Good old Prince John. And a You Can Fly. All right. I love that about the songs that the title is written in English. That's great. All right, we got Prince John and Bucky as Japanese. Okay, we're getting some iconic cards. Not too bad, not too bad. However, we want a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let's see, maybe we can find some Mauis. That'd be pretty neat. All right. What is this? You Have Betrayed Me or something? Minnie Mouse. Abu. You Have Forgotten Me. Magic Mirror. And a Maleficent. Not the Maleficent we're looking for. Looking for more than that. Okay. Come on. Don't hit any cards. Be very, very careful. We're hunting enchanteds. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Fairy Godmother, Snow White, Baloo, Dopey, Miss Judson, I think, and a Eudora. Don't ask me how I know that lady's name is Eudora. I've just seen it too many times and was like, that's a unique name. I think Eudora is also a name of a Yu-Gi-Oh monster, or maybe it's Newdora. I can't remember, but I was like, that's an interesting name. All right, back to the first chapter. Getting very suspenseful. Let's see. All right, I think this is Horace or Jasper. I can't remember. We have Captain Hook. We have Elsa. Coconut Basket. That guy. And a Minnie Mouse. All right. I feel like there's still something big coming. I feel it. All right. Let's see. I'm so scared. Come on. All right. What's coming next? All right, I see Jiminy Cricket, Jasmine, Minnie Mouse, Pacha, Goofy, and I remember this, Perplexing Signposts. Okay. We have 4 more. Should be over here too. Yep. 4 more for each one, so 8 packs all together. All right. Come on. What do we got? I don't think we've hit a legendary yet for the Rise of the Floodborn. And I think it's supposed to be about 2 legendaries per box. It's not guaranteed, obviously. It's like anything. Nothing's guaranteed. But let's see. What is this? Freeze, Donald Duck, Dr. Cilier's cards. We have Olaf, Fishbone Quill, okay. And another Dr. Cilier's cards. All right, I'll put the Japanese Fishbone Quill to the side. I don't know about that one. Like, and also we're going to be getting rotation soon, so no one really knows what cards are going to be rotated out just yet, but maybe someone out there will want cheaper versions of things. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's just fun to open these older sets. They're not crazy expensive. All right, so we got Elsa, we got Mulan, we got Ratigan, Pain. All right, we finally hit a legendary. Oh boy, that's a bummer. We have Fairy Godmother over here for Rise of the Floodborn, and a Ray. All right, so it might just be one legendary each. It's hard to say. Let's see. Anything else special? It's always a bummer when it's near the end, because then it's suspenseful. Although I do like that grab your swords. That was a nice hit. That was a heck of a pull. Can we get a Be Prepared maybe? That'd be pretty neat. All right, we got Mr. Smee. We got the Brooms, Jasmine, Tigger. We got a Maleficent. Okay, not bad. And a Simba. All right, that is great for hyper aggro, so we will put that to the side. All right. Rise of the Floodborn. I think Rise of the Floodborn is losing this fight for comparing which one has given us better value. Definitely the first chapter. But I always say never count out Rise of the Floodborn. They've done some amazing things in the past. All right, we got Sleepy, Queen of Hearts, Hercules, Zero to Hero, Raya, and a Pinocchio. I think it's Talkative Puppets, I believe. Yeah, it's a foil. I'll keep it nearby. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Last two for both sets. Let's see which one's gonna give us love. Hopefully all of them. All right, we got Stampede, Hercules, Simba? Might be Simba. Prince Philip. Got Poison Apple. Oh, Mickey Mouse Artful Rogue. I thought this was something for a hot second. All right. This is the only enchanted that we have. This isn't the enchanted, but there's an enchanted version of this. It's the only enchanted we have for the first chapter. That's a PSA 10. Unfortunately. And it's like near the bottom of enchanteds that people actually covet. But it's still a Mickey Mouse. So, you never know what could happen with that. Alright. Next up, we have Sneezy, Lady Tremaine, Tiana, Crossbow, Fang Crossbow, Ring the Bell, and I think her name is Verania. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this off. We got last two packs. In traditional style, we're going to go ahead and open Rise of the Floodborn first, and then we'll end with the first chapter. How's that sound? Sounds good if we can hit something good. Maybe it is just one legendary each. That's a bummer. Or most likely it's just nothing guaranteed. Alright. So we got Croquet Mallets, The Knock. We have Merlin Goat. Okay, some people might want a full, not just a regular Merlin Goat Japanese. Daisy Duck, Flynn Rider, and a Prince Naveen. Alright, so that's it for Rise of the Floodborn. Let's go ahead and finish it off with last pack magic for the first chapter. Let's see. Could get anything or could get nothing. Come on. Let's see. Give us a Japanese Maui. I haven't gotten one of those yet. That'd be pretty cool. All right. For all the marbles. Let's see. We have a Timon, Peter Pan. We have Philatides, Mother Knows Best. That's not bad. Okay, there was something else hiding. So we technically hit a Japanese Elsa, just not the version of her we would prefer. All right, so we got Elsa and a You Have Forgotten Me, which isn't bad in and of itself. Okay, that was a nice final pack magic. we got one of the best legendaries in the set. Non-foil, but still pretty good. That was a pretty good last pack magic. So to review, in terms of things that are just actually kind of valuable to somewhat valuable, let's see here. So definitely the best hit was this Elsa. We got Maleficent, You Have Forgotten Me, Pinocchio Talking a Puppet, Prince John, World's Greatest Criminal Mind. That's just a meme. I just put that there. Taka, Cinderella, Merlin. We got whatchamacallit, Fairy Godmother, Fishbone Quill, Bucky, Goons, Popsicle, Fire the Cannons, another Arthur. You know what I just noticed is this song doesn't have the Japanese. That's interesting. Is that a misprint? Because I think all the songs are supposed to have... Maybe not, actually. Because that's... No, yeah, that is a song. World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Yeah, I think they're all supposed to have the words. I'll have to look that up. This might actually be more valuable than I thought. That's interesting, because it's supposed to be the English words, is my understanding. Dragonfire and another Arthur. All right, that's interesting. I'll have to definitely look into that. Huh. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I think next on our docket is we're going to have a really large Arcasia's Island. I always do that. Opening as the say farewell to the set, just to kind of prep us for the Reign of Jafar, which is right around the corner. I'm super excited for it. Will be going to Downtown Disney. I already have a case pre-ordered, but I'm also going to get all the fixins like the Trove and the gift set and all that, structure decks, all that stuff. So thank you again. Be sure to like the video if you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.